Every morning, the world wakes up to a symphony of possibility. The sun stretches its golden fingers across the horizon, and with it, millions of hearts beat with hope, ambition, and the desire to be more than they were yesterday. But in the quiet moments, when the world is still and the weight of yesterday's regrets settle in, a single question rises within each of us. How do I become the best version of myself? We live in an era where motivation is celebrated, packaged, and sold like a fleeting elixir. Social media overflows with inspirational quotes, viral videos, and stories that push us to chase our dreams. Yet, beneath this surface, beyond the glitter of motivation, lies a deeper, quieter force. One that is not momentary, not dependent on circumstance, not shaken by the ebb and flow of emotion. That force is discipline. Consider the story of a young woman named Maya. Growing up in a small town, Maya was always surrounded by talented people. Her classmates excelled at sports, her friends were gifted musicians, and her siblings seemed to breeze through their studies with ease. Maya, however, felt average. She dreamed of greatness, of standing out, of being extraordinary. Motivational speeches inspired her, and she'd jot down goals in her journal, promising herself that tomorrow would be different. But as the days passed, she realized that motivation was like the warmth of the sun, bright, comforting, but eventually fading as night crept in. One evening, after failing an important exam, Maya sat by her window, watching the stars. She felt defeated. The motivational quotes she had taped to her mirror seemed hollow. She questioned whether she was meant to achieve anything at all. It was in that moment of vulnerability that Maya remembered something her grandmother had told her. Motivation is the spark, but discipline is the fire that keeps you going. From that night onward, Maya decided to change her approach. Instead of waiting for motivation to strike, she made a promise to herself. She would show up, every day, no matter how she felt. She set her alarm for 5:30 a.m., an hour earlier than she ever had before. The first morning was easy. The novelty of her resolution gave her energy. The second morning was harder. Her bed was warm, and the sky was still dark. But she forced herself up, reminding herself that discipline wasn't about feeling good in the moment. It was about keeping promises to herself. As weeks turned into months, Maya's routine became second nature. She studied for 2 hours before school, every day. She prioritized her health, choosing nourishing foods and regular exercise, even when she craved comfort and rest. There were days when she didn't see immediate results. Her grades improved slowly, not overnight. Her body grew stronger incrementally, not with dramatic transformations. But with each passing day, Maya felt a quiet pride growing within her, a sense of respect for herself, built not on fleeting motivation, but on the foundation of discipline. Outside her window, the world continued to chase motivation. Friends would ask her how she stayed so committed, waiting for her to share a secret, a hack, a shortcut. But Maya knew the truth. She hadn't discovered any hidden formula. She had simply chosen discipline over motivation, consistency over excitement. One day, after months of effort, Maya received a letter of acceptance from her dream university. She was overjoyed, but what struck her most was not the achievement itself, it was the realization that she had become someone she respected. She had transformed, not through moments of inspired motivation, but through the quiet, repeated actions of discipline. This story isn't unique to Maya. Throughout history, the world's greatest achievers have all relied on discipline. The athlete who trains at dawn, rain or shine. The writer who sits at their desk each day, regardless of inspiration. The entrepreneur who persists through failure after failure, refusing to quit. Their secret is not that they are always motivated, but that they are always disciplined. Motivation is intoxicating, but it is also unreliable. It comes and goes, influenced by mood, circumstance, and environment. Discipline, however, is a decision, a choice to act regardless of how we feel. It is the quiet engine that powers our journey towards self-improvement. Being the best version of yourself does not require extraordinary talent. It demands ordinary actions, repeated with extraordinary consistency. It is waking up early when you'd rather sleep in, saying no to distractions when you crave entertainment, choosing effort over ease, progress over perfection. It is the sum of small choices, made again and again, until they become a part of who you are. Imagine your life as a blank canvas. Motivation may provide bursts of color, moments of inspiration. But discipline is the brushstroke, the steady hand that, day after day, fills the canvas with meaning. With discipline, you build habits. With habits, you build character. With character, you build a life you are proud of. There will be days when motivation abandons you. Days when you feel tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed. On those days, remember Maya's promise to herself. Remember that discipline is not about perfection, but about persistence. It is about showing up for yourself, even when no one else is watching. The journey to becoming the best version of yourself is not glamorous. It is slow, sometimes lonely, often challenging. But it is also beautiful, because with every disciplined choice, you prove to yourself that you are worthy of your dreams. You become someone who can be trusted, relied upon. Someone who does not break promises to themselves. Let the world chase motivation. Let others wait for perfect moments, for the right mood, for the spark that will ignite their passion. You have something stronger. You have discipline, the unwavering commitment to show up, to persist, to improve. And with discipline, you will build a life that is not just successful, but meaningful. So, as the sun rises on another day, ask yourself, what promise will I keep to myself today? What small act of discipline will move me closer to my best self? Remember, it isn't the loud, dramatic moments that define us, it's the quiet, consistent ones. The ones where we choose discipline over comfort, action over procrastination, growth over stagnation. Be the best version of yourself, not by waiting for motivation, but by cultivating discipline. Because in the end, it is discipline that transforms dreams into reality, aspirations into achievements, and ordinary people into extraordinary ones. Your journey starts now. Show up, persist, grow, be disciplined, and watch as you become the person you've always dreamed of being.